Friends and followers, welcome back to my channel. Greetings from home. I hope y'all are doing well out there. On this wintry episode of Truckin' It, I've been informed there's been a couple of weather people who have told me that there is a big cross-country winter storm that is coming. Much like a big rig coming towards you. So, if you're trucking it, and you're getting ready for this storm season, I want to help you get ready now. So I've got some tips for you before you head out. Stay tuned. I'm Zach. Yeah, Trucker Zach Bell, your snow and ice covered host. And speaking of bells, did you know the majority of my viewers on my channel are not subscribed and haven't rung the bell? That's right. 95% of y'all have not subscribed to the channel. So do me a favor, since this episode is first sponsored by the subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you won't miss another episode on my channel. I've got more than 200 episodes and counting. I believe this is episode number 219. If I'm not mistaken. It might be 218, but I'll have to double check that. So, and by the way, speaking of sponsors, TruckerZachsFanShop.com is my fan shop where you can get your tees, tumblers, tote bags, and a brand new hoodie to keep yourself warm during these winter events. Do so now, after you get through watching this episode. So, winter, snow, ice, freezing rain. Kind of that white color on that Christmas tree back there. Yeah, we're going to be seeing some of that in Texas by what I've been told by several trusted weather sources. So you have today and tomorrow to get prepared. That means get your run done, find a safe place to park, and wait this thing out. Because, for one, a lot of states prohibit tire chains. Still. But if you need to use them in an emergency, by all means, it would be a wise idea to have a set ready. 2. Same goes for a tow strap. If you don't have one, it would be a good idea to get one. So that way, when you're stuck in the middle of the highway, someone can either push you or give you a pull in order to get you rolling again. And this is for your truck, by the way. For your home, you're going to have some different things that you need. 3. Non-slip shoes. Not flip-flops, not sneakers. And especially not leather sole cowboy boots. If you want to slip and fall and break your ankle as you're getting out of the truck, flip-flops are your friend. Especially when they buddy up with ice. I would also prepare for power outages at your favorite truck stop. So stock up on your food when you're stopped for the night. And by that, I mean, don't just go to the restaurant. Once you've parked, buy some groceries. And I don't care how you have to get them delivered. Whether it be DoorDash, Uber Eats, Instacart, whatever. Or if you have to do what I've done in the past and take a cab ride to a grocery store, or if you do a lot of store deliveries, oftentimes you'll be able to buy stuff while you're delivering to that store. Of course, always check your company's policy for details on that kind of stuff, but usually they're okay with it. Stock your sleeper while you're shopping. That's the safe thing to do. Especially for you dollar store guys. Gosh, You know, the guys that deliver to Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, and Dollar General. You've got the perfect chance to do that, along with those of you delivering to the big like hardware stores and the super centers. Just while you're doing your delivery, get your shopping done, get your sleeper stocked up. So that way you can hunker down for a couple days without worry. While you're doing that, stock up on your fluids. Now, especially if you're at a truck stop, because that's where you can get the branded fluids for your big rig, like the extended life coolant and the special power steering fluid and your whatever synthetic oil you use, etc. You should definitely be stocked up on those fluids before the winter storm hits. Extra depth, extra fuel. Better yet, just fill your tank up if you can, because you're probably going to be idling for a few days. If your truck has a no idle system on it, like optimized idle or an APU, it would be a good idea to winterize your fuel as well. Anti-gel is going to be a big seller in this storm, so now's the time to get it. Don't wait until the storm hits. Diesel 911 and House Lubricator and what's that other one? Diesel Clean plus Cetane Boost. They will all sell fast when people know a storm's coming. So, with that all out of the way, there's one other big thing you need to know, whether you're traveling by car or by big rig. And that is your location. Situational awareness is the number one reason why people lose their lives in a winter storm, with car crashes being a big contributing factor. So, please know your location and if you're in a polygon or not. Now, this is where things get interesting. Knowing your location. I saw an excuse on one of the weather guys' pages that I follow today. Oh, there's a lot of people in transit. And come on. You know where you're going. You know where you're passing through. If you do not know those two key pieces of information, you have no business being on the road, especially in a winter storm, when you're stuck calling for rescue. And instead of being able to get the call quickly done, you're tying up the phone lines waiting on emergency services to look up your location. You don't want to be in that situation. Always know your location, including the highway number, mile marker, and preferably the city and the county. So that you know if you're in an emergency, you can safely get to where you're going, or you can safely get access to help quickly. And by the way, here's another big mistake that many of y'all are making when they're talking about this. Oh, I can rely on my phone and my GPS for this. Nope, not in a winter storm. Cell towers go down, satellites get blocked by snow, your truck gets covered with snow, or your car does, and that renders those devices useless. Get yourself a motor carrier's road atlas if you're a trucker, or a traditional road atlas if you're a four-wheeler. So that way, you know that you can look up your location on a map, and when those alerts go out, you can look up your county name while you're safely pulled off on the side of the road without having to take your phone and try to get a signal. Here's another huge mistake for those of y'all who drive out in winter weather. Lack of communication. And what I mean by that is, so you have your phone and your GPS, you've already called your state, etc. But there's an accident coming up ahead that your GPS's traffic receiver ain't picking up on, and it hasn't been put up into the Waze app because it's in an area where your cell phones don't work. How are you going to get informed when that happens? I have an answer. Citizens Band. That's right. A GMRS, or Citizens Band radio, CB, will often have a traffic feature on it. For CBs, I know it's channel 19. For the GMRS, you might have something like HD radio traffic built in, or something like that. And in either case, you can get one that's equipped with a NOAA Weather Alert radio that will give you information about those polygons that are on the weather maps and what they mean. And by the way, speaking of polygons, you need to respect those. Whether it be a winter weather warning, a flood warning, a severe thunderstorm warning, a tornado warning, when those polygons go out, respect the polygon and find a safe place to park until conditions improve. And that's whether you're in a four-wheeler or in a truck. Because your life is at stake when those polygons go out. And oftentimes, in winter weather, they'll cover entire counties and even entire states in some cases. So, get prepared now. Keep an eye on the storm. Get a weather person you can trust. And make sure to trust but verify. One last thing before I go. It's very important that you always, when you're traveling through winter weather, keep a safe place in mind. Whether that be a truck stop, a rest area, a hotel, just always try to keep an idea on where you're going to go in the event one of these polygons gets issued. Could be as simple as a gas station, could be as complex as you have to pull off at a truck stop or in a hotel to stay the night. And with this particular system, there's also the risk of power outages at these places. And by power outages, I mean ice will coat the power lines in some areas, causing them to get knocked down. Wind can knock down power lines also, and so can crashes. So, if you're staying at home and you're in a state like Texas or Arkansas, be prepared to have your power cut for a couple days. That means that if you don't have a generator or a backup power source for some of your items, now would be a good time to consider one. And now would be a good time to also just make sure you're stocked up on food. Make sure you have a heat source of some kind. And make sure that you have the ability to get to safety by filling up your gas tank on your personal vehicle and making sure that any other ways to stay warm are accounted for and ready to go, so that when your power does fail, that you're ready and can handle it for a couple days. I'm Trucker Zach Bell. This has been Truckin' It, the Winter Storm Edition 2022. Let's make your best trip your next trip. Keep learning, keep thinking, shut it down if you have to. Bye for now.